Great Gecko here, and welcome to another video. Today I have one idea that I hope some Arc mod creator manages to see this video, because I actually have a good idea for that would be a simple but actually pretty fun thing to add to the island, and that is that I want to add a second way to access the bosses besides going through all the giant caves, and that, my friends, is mini bosses that have all three of the artifacts, have all the artifacts that you need in their inventories. So if you beat them, you can get the boss. And the arenas are the obelisks. So I have one for the red obelisk, one for the green obelisk, and one for the blue obelisk, based around either their arena, the creatures in their environment, or their environment itself. So starting off at the red obelisk, which has the dragon boss. By the way, the hardest one's at the blue obelisk. But yeah, starting off at the red obelisk, with the dragon boss, we have the boss Baryonyx. Now he's an interesting concept, as he does have two phases. Phase one, he runs around at the 300% speed that he has, attempting to hit you and then running past you, coming back and biting you again. My tips for him is use ranged weapons, as his entire boss fight is based around speed. And if you try to use melee weapons, he'll run right past them and then bite your face off. And my entire idea for their stats is that whatever obelisk they're guarding, they'll have half the health of the boss that you fight in the obelisk, the gamma version of that boss. And then this guy and then the next one have 300% speed. The hardest one only has 100% speed, and they're going to have 5 times the damage of the normal creature that they're based on. Okay, guys, change of plans. I have added an extra idea for their health that will change the rest of the video, even though I'll still talk about them only having half the health of the gamma version of the boss. But however, if you fight them with all the materials needed for the beta version, then they have half the health of the beta. If you have all the materials besides the artifacts needed to get to the alpha version of the boss, then they'll have half the health of the alpha version, which is essential. He just said, which, yeah, that's all that it is, really, is just that they have more health when you have the materials needed to fight the alpha, or beta versions of the bosses. So yeah, just thought of that right now while I was editing the video. So hopefully you guys like that change. If there's a mod creator there, they could make a few changes, like maybe also make it change the damage and speed of the bosses, or change the stats of a part of the blue obelisk one that has some minions. Spoiler. But yeah, hopefully whatever mod creator attempts to make this mod can choose whatever they want to do with that. So yeah, that's all I was saying. But back to your regularly scheduled video. So yeah, this guy and the trike have 3 times the speed of the normal creature, and they are twice the size of the normal creature. And the red obelisk is going to be this nice red, and it's going to be an aberrant baryonyx so that it glows in the night. Same thing with the next boss, which is going to be an aberrant creature as well. But yeah, this phase 1 is he runs back along the platform at high speeds, attempting to bite you. And of course he still has his roar that he uses when the fight starts. But his second phase, he will leap off the platform and into the water, and swim around in the water, attacking things that are in there that attack him. Now, the idea is that you have to use ranged weapons to shoot him, as if you go into the water, he will do his stun attack constantly and murder you and kill you. So you have to use ranged weapons and attack him from a distance so that he doesn't attack you back. And that is the boss Baryonyx. I did make him level 3000 for me, because that was just testing the concept. Next, we have the green obelisk, which I will slowly make my way over to it. The sun is very bright. Why is it so glaring so much in our face? Ow, my eyes. This hurts. And the funny thing is that my dad is timing laughing in the background perfectly. Next up, we have the boss trike. I couldn't fit Triceratops, as that would make it one character too long. So yeah, each boss has their own trait. This guy is aggressive, the Baryonyx is fast, and the final one will be clever. And he'll beat you with his intelligence. But this trike will relentlessly attack you if you don't have the artifacts in your inventory. Because yeah, if you have all the artifacts in your inventory, these bosses will just back away and let you have, because the thing. So if you already, that's why you have two options. You don't have to fight them if you already have the artifacts. But if you don't have the artifacts, you gotta go through them to get to the boss. Because they will give you the artifacts, but that is only if you destroy them first. So yeah, that was the entire reason why I made this, was because I liked giving you a different way to unlock a boss fight. So I decided, hey, why not add a mini-boss? So his entire idea is that he doesn't really have a second phase, really, because I don't really remember what it would be. I did come up with one, I just don't really remember it. But his main thing is, his first phase is just you trying to enter the arena. His second phase is more like bullfighting if you want to counter him. My tips for him really are, don't bring anything that would make a normal trike get buffed, because it will buff this guy still. So if you think like you could bring your army of Gigas to fight the Brood Mother, your army of Rexes, don't bring them until you've taken this guy down, because he will get the buff and destroy them all. But yeah, the boss strike's tactic is as you try to enter through the only entrance in the arena, the second that he sees you, he will begin to ready his charge attack, and then once it's fully charged with his by the way, the first one is mainly movement speed focused. The last two are mainly stamina focused on their thing. So this guy can charge for almost forever. He will just charge and charge and charge and charge. So the second he sees you, he'll fully charge up his charge attack and then just go for it. And you have two options. You can either flee, which will just cause him to, the second that you're out of this little tunnel, out of the little canyon area, then he will stop charging, turn around, and go back. Or you can dodge out of the way, or you can dodge out of the way and get to the obelisk, which is normally your goal with these fights, and that activates phase 2, the bullfighting thing, where essentially he charges at you, and then when he reaches the edge of the arena, he stops with his little basic attack, so that he doesn't fall off. It's mainly because he moved out of the way. However, one thing that would be great, that's great to do, is if you have a grapple hook, you can jump off the edge as he charges you and grapple onto it, because he's the aggressive one, he will charge after you. Seeing that you've jumped, he'll continue to attempt to reach you, but then you grapple on, so he just charges past you and falls off of the obelisk, sees you up there, and because he's relentlessly aggressive, he'll just go beneath you, attempting to reach you when he can't, because he's the least intelligent, but the most aggressive one of these guys. So he'll just continue to try to get to you, and then you can use ranged weapons to shoot him, because he's far away from you. He can't reach you when he's way down here, and you're way up here still. And then he just can't reach you, because technically you won't really be up here, so he'll at least be intelligent enough to know that he won't be able to reach you from up here. It'll be even harder, so he just attempts to reach you from down here, but he can't. So you just kill him, and you can take his artifacts and fight the Brood Mother. Again, these guys aren't really themed around the boss they're guarding, they're just themed around the area that they're in, not really the boss that they're guarding. So yeah, that is the boss trike. Next up is our final one and the most difficult one. I haven't spawned in all the parts of him, but yeah, he is for the blue obelisk, which is in the snow biome. And this guy has minions. Try to think of something in the snow biome that has minions. And if you guessed the Uteranus, bing ding ding, tell him what it's one Johnny. Yes, it is a Uteranus boss. And behold, the King Uteranus, an ex-Uteranus. Again, double the size, because they're all double the size. By the way, the trike was just an aberrant Triceratops colored green. So this guy is a ×2 size ex-Uteranus, and he has a phase, and he does have 2 phases. Phase 1 is where he will mainly do his courage roar to boost his 3 alpha Carnotaurs that he has to fight you. Yeah, his Carnotaur minions are all alphas, and they will obey, and they will act like normal Carnos do to a normal UT. So his courage roar will buff the alpha Carnotaurs, and they won't attack him. So yeah, the King Uteranus has 3 alpha Carnotaurs that you have to take down in order to reach him. So yeah, as in his first phase, when he has the alpha Carnotaurs, he will bite you if you get too close, which he is the strongest, but he is also the slowest one of these bosses. I'm just going to, because he has the base speed of a normal UT, while being double the size, so he is about twice as slow as the UT based off his body size. Though he does deal the most damage because he has 5 times the damage of the Uteranus, which does the most damage out of all these guys. And he can essentially roar forever. So they'll be infinitely buffed. So my strategy for him is lure the Alpha Carnotaurs away and split them up and get them far enough away that he can't buff them anymore, and then kill them off. That activates his second phase, where he mainly will use fear roars, and he will biting you, and he'll still stay in this little area because he never leaves this spot. He never goes outside in the 2 little pathways, which is why you can lure the Alpha Carnos away from him, therefore giving him nothing to buff, so he'll just stay here and wait for you to come back for phase 2. And then, of course, after you kill him, you get the artifacts, and just like all the other bosses, whenever you already have the artifacts, he'll back away with his head down, and so will all his little Carnos. But yeah, if somebody can actually make this mod to add the boss Triceratops, the boss Baryonyx, and the King Uteranus, I would love a mod that actually adds these, because this is just me attempting to create them on my Ark. But yeah, that is all 3 of the mini bosses, and I am still thinking of adding an actual full-on boss fight in for the Overseer, but I'll have that prepared later. I think I will actually implement that into the video once I'm done with it. Then I'll just add that bit to the video, so hopefully I will cut over to an Overseer boss, to a boss that comes before the Overseer, before the Tech Cave. Well, actually, no. I don't actually really need one. You know why? Because the Tech Cave is already a thing. The Tech Cave is a big trial before the Overseer. I've just added a mod that adds an extra trial before. And actually, you know what? I think I actually like the idea of adding another boss at the Overseer's little obelisk area, but I need to come. But I don't really remember what that looks like. But I really think you know what? If Mod Creator decides to make this obelisk mini boss mod that I came up with, then I'll just leave it up to them to create a boss that is themed around the Tech Cave. Because all of these are actually based around the creatures in the environment. So who knows, maybe they could have like a boss Giga or something like that. Because so I'll have some criteria for any mod creators that see this video, or for when they make the Tech Cave mini boss at the end of it. You have to have it be a creature that is already in the Tech Cave, and it has to have a theme that the other ones don't. Actually, even better idea, maybe So yeah, I'm not actually cutting a. I'm leaving this bit in. I forgot about that. But yeah, maybe it could actually be all three of them combined. Probably, all three of their traits combined. So it'll be very fast, very smart, and very aggressive at the same time, which would definitely make it a very difficult boss before the Overseer before the actual Overseer fight. And of course, you can pick anything that is in the tech cave, or something themed around the Overseer. In this case, maybe like you could have like a giant defense drone or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, if anybody who knows how to make an Ark mod is here, they could probably create this simple mod that would make Ark just a little bit more exciting for when you're trying to do the boss fight. It's a simple mod, but it's effective, because that'd be fun to have a new option for how to do the boss fight. And I think I might make another one of these videos for Scorched Earth, and maybe one for Aberration. Ooh, and also, Extinction wouldn't really be a good idea, because Extinction already has the big caves that lead up to it, just like the Overseer does. Extinction doesn't really need mini bosses, but actually, yeah, that would be really cool based off how it's all enclosed and stuff. So you can have like a little boss fight before the Titans. The King Titan wouldn't really have to be able to get one, though. I don't know how you could tackle it with Extinction. And then Genesis, I just don't care. I just don't care about Genesis at all. If you guys want to know my opinion, I hate Genesis. I just straight up hate Genesis. But yeah, and then I could come up with something for Crystal Isles as well when it finally comes on the call. So, woo, so many ideas! To be honest, when it comes to Crystal Isles, I definitely want a Tropio boss. That would be awesome, having a Tropio boss fight. So many ideas. So many ideas. But anyway, that's all for today's video. Hopefully you all have enjoyed. I will be making some sequels based off the other maps here in a bit, whenever I come up with an idea. And I'll see you all later. Bye! Awesome concept, and so hopefully Mod Creator makes it to the next videos. Yeah!